Hey, welcome to Social Club for a bank holiday edition. While most of Ball Street are sunning themselves, we, the idiots that we are in a building, warm and sweaty, to talk about football for you. So remember that, yeah? Remember that and give it a thumbs up. Anyway, we start off with the question. Man City, Chelsea and Man United. Sensational start to the season. Elliot, Beppe TV, this is your debut, isn't it?
On Social Club.
Fantastic. So I'll start with you, mate. Get the ball rolling. Are they nailed on for top 3?
Nothing can ever be nailed on in the Premier League for me.
Like relegation?
Yeah. We're not bottom of the league at the minute, but no, Chelsea, I don't know if they'll stick it out. I mean, they've done okay so far, but for me, I don't think they've got a strong enough squad. United and City, for me, City are going to cakewalk the league, so I'd say that. I'd say they'll be up there. But United are another one. They've got Europa League campaign. It's Jose's first season. I don't know if they'll still be up there.
The Chelsea one is interesting, Pep, because you don't know how to judge Chelsea. Because you can look at Man City and go, look at the amazing players, look at the amazing manager. And you look at Man United and the big names they've bought and the Mourinho factor. Chelsea, look, Conte comes with a pedigree, of course he does. And Chelsea are only a season removed from being champions. So it's not, they're not starting from a bad place. But so many years of Premier League football, Chelsea start well. It's no indication of where they'll at the end of the season, because we've seen them start well and lose a manager 4 months into the season.
No, they've started well. But can I just make a point before we go on? It's interesting that you've gone with the top 3 and not the team in 4th also.
Like, using 4th?
Yeah, we are in 4th.
I don't look at the league table until 10 games are played.
I said 2 weeks ago you'd finish top 4 and you laughed me out of here.
I was making myself
3 games
prepared. So it's all right about these, but it's all right not so about Everton being the Champions League. Is that what we're saying?
Would you like me to include Everton in
I
that?
wouldn't. I'd like to stay
okay,
under the
no, he's brought it up. Liam.
That's not what he wants.
Liam, are City, Chelsea, United and Everton now nailed on for top 4?
I think you know.
Are they fuck? Shut up.
Because he's been writing the questions this week. She's got the big boy pants in the office this week.
Was that the question aimed at me? We just taking a piss.
Stick
No,
with the top
you
3.
can
I'd
stick
rather
with the
stay
top
under the
3.
radar. But going back to...
I'm in the middle of a decade here.
But I know what the comments would say. Chelsea have actually gone about the business really well. They've got the 3 wins, and it'd be interesting to see if they do any business.
They've got the late win thing going on for them, which is the thing for Liam, is that sometimes you see it's called, you call it title winning form when you get to the business end of the season, don't you? Being able to snatch things when it's not necessarily.
Well, it's only 3 games in. I said before the league started, I think United and City will definitely be top 4, or top 3, sorry. But at that, Chelsea, I wouldn't say nailed on. I wouldn't be surprised if they finished there, but I don't think it's nailed on. Conte doesn't really have any English experience, does he? With the team, he's made a couple of good signings, but it's nothing really to say, yeah, definitely top 3, top 4. I think I think there's a lot to learn.
As far as United and City,
United and City, yes. United and City, yes. I think the 2 managers know what they're doing.
You think you'll handle, as Elliot mentioned, Europa League coming up, and you're playing some team that nobody has heard of in the history of the world?
We've got a good squad.
I think people have heard of Man United.
I think we got a good squad. Mourinho said after the game on Saturday afternoon that, if he takes his starting 4 out, he can put another starting 4 in defence. I'm obviously not the same pedigree as the initial 4, but it's still a decent enough squad that you can go and play in the middle of fucking nowhere on a Thursday night and still be able to rotate again for the weekend. I do think it'll affect us. United never travelled well, coming back from an away European tie, but only time will tell. We'll have to wait and see what the fixtures are like afterwards. Maybe it'll be an easy game whenever we get back to Premier League afterwards. But I still think that Mourinho knows what he's doing, and Guardiola as well with City. Regardless, I know he's got to play Champions League midweek too. I think they'll come back and he's got a good enough squad he can rotate as well for the weekend. I think those 2 will finish top 4. At Chelsea, I'm not so sure about. As I say, I don't think Conte really. 3 good games. Don't get me wrong; they've played well. 3 good games, but
they don't.
Let's see what it's like in 10 games.
They don't have Europe
time
to worry about, do they, Chelsea?
Yeah.
So that's where they can start betting in those players. Did Man City win the first 4 or 5 last season? I think they were.
There's no way to know, mate.
I know. I wish I had some kind of.
No way to know.
I wish I had some kind of tool to show me. But I'm pretty sure they won the first 4 or 5 last season, then West Ham beat them, and everyone thought they were just going to run away with it. So
I think I'll admit it's a semi-loaded question, because I think we asked the question, Elliot, because everyone seems desperate, more so this season than any season before, I feel anyway, that everyone kind of wants spoilers for how the season's going to pan out.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone would love to know how it's going to end so that they can decide whether they want to watch it or not. It's kind of like getting all the early reviews on Civil War and stuff, isn't it? And open that tells you whether it's a waste of time.
people ruining Stranger Things for you, Paul.
Absolutely, well, yeah, stay clear of you. But this is, you know, as we said there, look, 3 games don't make a season.
No, they don't.
But in terms of, you know, what we've seen so far, fingers crossed, mate. But yeah, loads of football to be played, and we will naturally see, because we see this every season, some early outliers drop away, and some teams that you don't think are going to perform well. Arsenal, you know, so you know, it's as good a start, obviously, as you can have for these teams, but you expect a twist or two between now and then.
Yeah, you expect someone to pop out. I mean, last year, Leicester, they weren't leading from the pack at the start, were they? So you don't know what way it'll go. I mean, for me, like I said previously, I think City have got this league wrapped up. I know it's early days, but the football they're playing, the manager they've got, I think they'll walk it.
Ahead of United, that's a brave statement.
I'll put my neck on the line.
I think United are going to win it.
Mourinho knows how to win.
But I said that before the season started, and I'll stick with that. He's spot on. But
oh yeah, you're one of them. I said it first. I remember the Kings of Leon before they broke into the chart.
I never liked the Kings of Leon. And when you're sitting in doctors' waiting rooms and you see some our woman's phone go off and it's sex on fire, it just kills
I
you off.
remember Mumford and Sons when they were just 2 fellas having a shit in a field. Like, carry on.
Again, you know. No, I think when that European stuff starts hitting, that's when it. Because I've said for a while, I don't think teams can win a Champions League and win a Premier League anymore. I just don't think it's possible. Yeah. Maybe that'll be tested this season.
Why? Because of the strength of their squad,
because of what we've seen with like FFP in the last few years. And I know it's been relaxed, but squads have been absolutely bladdered by it. And I think Real Madrid and Barcelona have got such easy leagues to contend with, and even like Juventus have as well. I just think the Premier League is so hard, and Bayern Munich,
you can't afford to take your eyes off the prize in the league, can you? Because the second you go, oh, well, we need to throw our eggs into this basket, you lose a couple of games in the Premier League, and all of a sudden you're out of contention for Europe.
Everyone else has got something. Bayern Munich have got like 6 weeks of sitting off, doing nothing. Yeah. They've got that. Everyone else has got some kind of...
Did they still do that indoor league?
Oh, that was amazing. I used to love the indoor Eurosport. Amazing.
Answers in the comments below, actually. I don't know that.
People are too young to remember that. But it's really hard, and it's that balancing act, is it, of what we're going to go for. Mourinho might just throw his hand in and just get out of the Europa as soon as he can.
I don't think so. I think he's going to go for it. I think he's got the squad to compete.
That's fine, but there's the Europa League is it's one of those competitions where everyone goes, oh, it's the Europa League. We'll piss that because it's not the Champions League.
To be honest, I hate it. It's celebrating mediocrity, isn't it? But it's just, you're really mediocre in your league. We'll throw all the mediocre teams together and see what happens.
Or what he might
That's what it is.
What he might do.
This is the competition that you are in.
I agree, mate. I'd rather not be in it.
In that 4th pot, I was expecting to see Bull Street FC. Like some of the teams.
Some of them are ridiculous.
Some bigger names. There's many part-timers, but there's some bigger names.
Mourinho's had a very good track record of managing competitions or managing the league. What he might just say is, well, let's just get through the group using squad players. And when we get, if we get to the tournament stage, the knockout stage, then we'll start putting our bigger boys in. That would make sense to me, and that would give everyone, that'd give the likes of Rashford more game time, the likes of Phil Jones more game time.
Rashford, he was not going to get a chance under Jose Mourinho.
I did say he would.
Called that one spot on. Come on, won the game for them. Yeah.
It was a tap and he was on the line.
I know, but I was content that he wouldn't even figure.
Ever.
Never going to be involved. Never going to be involved. Mourinho doesn't like kids, does he? The anti-U tree. No, never mind. We'll wrap that up there anyway. But I do want to know people's thoughts on this in terms of, from what you've seen of the opening games of the season, is that enough for you to say with absolute certainty, because it is social media and that's the only way you can talk about football, the Chelsea, City and United are going to be the top 3 sides in the Premier League this season? Let us know in the comments below. If not, who do you think has the ability to crack into that top 3? Arsenal fans, we've not even talked about. Well, no, we did.
What's even mentioned?
I did drop
Tottenham or Leicester. Leicester's completely written off now.
Well, this is the point. I think we were talking on Redmen earlier that you've got sort of Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal, if Everton continue in that form, it looks at the minute on 3 games that you've kind of got the top 3, and then there's maybe another 3 or 4 who are going to be the ones battling out for top 4. But you know, as we say, it only takes a random defeat or 2, and that completely changes. So we'll see as the season progresses. Yeah, if you haven't done so already, do click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. Subscribe to the Ball Street YouTube channel, and again, any thoughts in the comments below.